welcome back to the Love Lavender YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about all the books that I read in 2023, which was like not a lot. To be honest, at the beginning of the year I was reading a bunch and then I kind of stopped because I got really busy. I also moved out this year, so like a lot has been happening in my life recently. So I know you guys are gonna watch videos where they're like reading like a million books in a year. Kudos to them. Could not be me. I'll just put it out there. I'm not a super fast reader. Most of the reason why I read so many books in the beginning of the year was because I was working as a receptionist, which obviously as a receptionist I have a lot of free time, so I was sitting there like reading books. Okay, so my reading goal for this year was 25 books, 25, and I read 23 so far. Today is the 29th, I believe, so I have two more days. But I'm listening to an audiobook which has like 3 hours left. It's called Little Fires Everywhere. I'll talk about that later. And then I'm also reading the second novella in the Shatter Me series. So yeah, I'm almost done with those two books. I'm like gonna probably crank it out tonight or tomorrow. I need to get them done because last year I was literally one book away from my reading goal. So also I keep like switching between like looking at myself and like looking at you guys, so sorry about that. So we're gonna start with It Starts With Us. This was a 3-star read. I would probably rate it lower now, to be honest. I feel like a lot of my ratings at the beginning of the year could probably be changed. If you've read The Ends With Us, leave it at that. First of all, I don't love Colleen Hoover anymore. I probably won't read any more of her books. I might still read the ones that I own because like I already own them. So like, I think It Ends With Us was a 5-star read for me. Either 4 or 5 stars. Like it was, I really liked that book. I thought it was very well written. I thought it was super good for what it was. So like, yeah. I liked it. This book did not deliver though. Oh, it also took me 41 days to read. So technically it counts. Even though I only read it for 6 days in 2023, I still finished it in 2023, so it counts. Okay, the next book was They Both Die at the End. So honestly, I did not have a very strong start to the beginning of my year with the books that I read. This, in my head, had so much potential. Let me tell you, it was 2.25 stars. I started it on December 11th and finished it on January 7th, so it took me almost a month to finish. Here's my review. I put, interesting idea, just not very well executed. I also hated the way that Rufus was written. He talks like a teen from the 90s. But Rufus uses so much outdated slang. It's like, what teenager from today says, that's mad whack, bro? Like, no one talks like that. I really hated that. Okay, the next book I do not own a physical copy of. I read The Yellow Wife. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I started it on December 15th and finished it on January 11th. I thought this book was so well written. I'm honestly kind of shocked that I only gave it a 4.5. I don't even know where to start with it. Okay, sorry, I ran out of storage on my phone, so I had to delete some apps and some videos. So we're back to business. Back to talking about notes on an execution. Favorite book ever. So 5 stars. It took me 23 days to read. I'm probably gonna reread this soon and do a reading vlog and kind of give more my thoughts. I'm gonna keep this more short and concise because I kind of want to reread it and kind of see how I feel about it now. This book is called When True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and fun fact about me, Taylor Jenkins Reid is probably my favorite author ever. I gave it a 3.75 stars, which like now, looking back at this book and remembering how much it impacted me, I don't know why I rated it so low. Dude, I don't know what these ratings were at the beginning of the year. So I just reread the last couple of pages. I almost started to tear up again. It is so well written. I started reading The Obsession on the 22nd of January and I finished it on the 3rd of February, so it took 13 days. To be honest, I don't remember a whole lot about this book. It's about a stalker. It's something that I probably would have enjoyed if I was younger. The next book is The Song of Achilles. I started it on the 21st of January and finished it on February 5th. I gave it a 3 stars. I do want to reread this book. I know I keep saying that. Whenever I get into reading slumps, it's just very hard for me to concentrate on books. Like my mind wanders a lot, and that was happening a lot with this book. I really wanted to love it, and I think I could. I think if I reread it like now or like at some point whenever I have more free time. So I gave it 2 stars, and it took me 29 days to finish. I started on February 6th and finished it on March 6th. Oh, so it took me like exactly a month. Honestly, the first half of the book was decent. It was like the last like 100 pages or so. I swear to God, every single sentence has the word vestibule. So I did not like any of the characters in this book. I do this all the time whenever I'm talking, but I'll sidetrack myself and then never get back to my original point. Basically, I hated all the characters. None of them were very likable, except for maybe Briar because she's a child. Kelly's weird. He like fetishizes non-white women. Alex is weird also. Alex's husband is racist. Amira's alright, and I felt like sometimes she felt kind of flat and not like super fleshed out. Okay, next book is The Maid. I gave it a 4 stars. I started this book on the 12th of February and finished it on the 12th of March. Another 1 month. It's a mystery. It's very good. I love Molly. She's such a sweet character. you really feel for her throughout the book. You know, reading it, you know these people are taking advantage of her, but she doesn't know, and you're like, oh my god, Molly, no. So the next book is a novella by Taylor Jenkins Reid, of course, Evidence of the Affair. I started it on the 15th of March and then finished it on the 22nd of March, so it only took me 8 days. I rated it 3.75. I feel like because it was so short, it was kind of hard to feel connected to the characters, but like I still really liked them. So I gave this book a 4 stars. Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I started it on the 14th of March and finished it on the 4th of April, which took me 22 days. I remember really enjoying this book. The writing is super fast paced. It's super interesting. You're following a mystery as she's like uncovering all these things. Probably my favorite book in the series, to be honest. So I started this book on the 16th of May and finished it on the 22nd of June. So it took me about a month to finish. And I gave it a 3 stars, so a little bit lower. I did like this book, but I feel like towards the end of it, I feel like some of it just got kind of repetitive. So I started this book on December 4th and then finished it yesterday, the 28th. So it took me 25 days. Spoiler alert for this whole book. But right after she killed Jason, it just kind of dragged like a lot, and I was like, okay, I just kind of want to finish this. I did not need to read about every single minute detail of her plan. So the next book that I read was The Things They Carried. This was a book that I read for school, but I started reading it on the 21st of March and then finished it on the 11th of April. So it took me 22 days. I gave it a 3.25. I don't remember much of it. There were some good stories in there though. It's definitely like a school book. I don't know. I don't love reading for school. Hi everyone. It's the next day. Obviously I look obviously I'm in a different outfit. Last night my boyfriend came home and we ate dinner, so I took a little break from recording, so now I'm back today to finish the rest of the video. The next book is Shatter Me. I started this on June 25th and finished it on July 10th, so it took 16 days. I gave it a 4 stars. I love dystopians. I knew I was gonna love it, just from like my friends and reviews that I've seen about it. Also, I have a little Coraline necklace that my mom bought me. I think it's so cute. So the next book in the series is Destroy Me, which is a novella, and I gave it 3 stars. I started it on the 24th of July and then finished it on the 19th of November, so it took me 4 months. I gave it a 3 stars. It just took me so long to read, and I feel like this book really dragged on. I feel like the longer I'm reading a book, the more that I forget about it. This is the book that made me realize I don't like romances. Where do I even start? I hated this book. I think this is what got me in such a bad reading slump. And the only reason why I finished it was because it was free on Spotify as an audiobook. Because I could not get through it, dude. I swear. So I started it on the 25th of March and I finished it on the 13th of November. It took me 8 months. I should have 100% DNF'd it. I hate DNFing books though. Yeah, it's just not my thing. Like, I mean, if you like it, then you like it. Oh, also, there's like a sex scene in this book that lasted like 10 pages. So I will give credit where credit is due. The only good part about the sex scene is that Adam is a munch. And like, we love munch representation. Like, come on. We love a good munch. I gave it a 2.25. I think honestly it should be like a 1 star for me. I might change it. There's nothing else I can say about this book. It just sucked. I did not like it. It was so boring to me. The next book is Every Heart a Doorway. So I started it July 18th and finished it November 21st, so it took me 4 months. I gave it a 2.5. Honestly, okay, so whenever I was reading it, it was kind of just really hard to focus on. I don't love the writing style. I don't know what it is about the writing style that I just don't like. Yeah, I listened to the rest of it on audiobook. I really liked the audiobook. There's also just a lot of characters. I feel like when there's so many characters and because the book is so short, it is so hard to remember like each of the different characters. The next book is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. It is so good. It took me 5 days to get through this. Obviously, I listened to it on audiobook, so that helped a lot. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was so well written. It was so interesting and captivating. So the next book is After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid, my 3rd Taylor Jenkins Reid book of the year. So I started reading this the day that I broke my foot because I went to the hospital and I brought it with me. So 4.25 stars. I thought it was so well written. I think every Taylor Jenkins Reid book is so well written. I've never walked away from a Taylor Jenkins Reid book and went, I didn't like that. So yeah, I really loved the book. And then after that, I read As Good as Dead, which I already reviewed. So I only have 2 books left in the year to finish, and then I'm at 25. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it is January 10th right now, so let me explain what happened. So I was gonna try to post this video like a day or 2 after New Year's Eve, and I got sick. But yeah, let me talk about my last 2 books. On the 30th, I finished Little Fires Everywhere on audio, and then I finished Defy Me, I think. Let me talk about the novella first. I did not like it at all. It was from Adam's POV. I did not like Adam's POV. It was really boring. It also repeated some dialogue from the book before it, which I did not like. It was like 2 or 3 pages ripped straight out of the book before it, and I was like, I don't really want to reread this. Like, I've already read that book. And Adam didn't add anything to that. Like, I'd be fine with her using that dialogue if Adam had unique thoughts about the dialogue. But the next book is Little Fires Everywhere, which I listened to fully on audio. I do want to probably reread it as a book at some point, because honestly I feel like a lot of it. I did really like it. And then I watched the show on Hulu because I was sick and I was like, I have nothing better to do. I feel like the show's a lot different from the movie. I still really like it. The ending was a lot different. Fuck Lexi. I actually hate Lexi. Lexi's the worst character in the book and in the show. She's like, I know Trip is supposed to be bad. Trip is not that bad. Neither is Moody. Moody in the book low-key pissed me off. I liked him up until the point where he's like, Pearl deserved that because she got with Trip, and I'm sad because she didn't get with me. It's like, shut up. She was still your friend for like a good chunk of time, and you're just over here being like, fuck her. Like, shut up. Anyways, in the show, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, the ending in the book, Izzy sets fire to the house and then runs away. In the show, Izzy runs away and then the other siblings light the house on fire. I actually do like that ending more. I feel like it's more like, you know, it's more like a fuck you to the mom. I like that. I also liked how they showed both of the moms' backstories. I think in the book it only shows Mia's backstory, but we also get the other mom. I don't remember her name, but we get her backstory too, which is cute. Like, it's kind of nice to see, like, the life that she did choose. It also explains why she hates Izzy, because in the book I don't think it's ever explained why she hates Izzy, but in the show it kind of shows why. Like, it's not okay that she does at all, but it's showing why she does. It gives more insight onto their relationship. But yeah, that's all the books that I read in 2023. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. Thank you. Bye.